Mysticism is a practice of religious ecstasy together with whatever ideologies, ethos, rites, myths, legends, and the magical all are related to them. In the view of general, all religions can be seen as mysticism, is that who breaks through the existence limitations of dimensions and transcends the physical lay of life. It means that someone who has no religion, who is ignorant, naturally becomes mystical to them. They think some of us has spiritual connection with our God, and some attributes included in our religion that cannot be seen, like angels and devils. Islamic mysticism is Sufism that emphasizes introspection and spiritual closeness with God in its purest form, but is not encouraged in today's substance world because man should keep balance in his belief, whatever in spiritually or physically. Also, it related to some bad practice of religion like Cherokee and black magic. In some contexts, these things will affect our Aqidah.
I will explain more about mysticism in scholar's perspective. Okay, first, in Islamic views. Okay, mysticism in Islamic views is a practice of consulting special people who are believed to hold a unique supernatural power was described with regarding to black magic. We can say like, for example, in Malay we said shaman. And then, according to Sheikh Wahid Abdul Salam Bali, he said that sihir or mystics is a memorandum of understanding set up between sihir and shayatin, which is shaitan, which stipulate the sihir commit certain illegal thing and syirik thing in return for the shaitan to assist and obedient in fulfill the sihir's request. Okay, in Western views, according to Richard, he said that mysticism is consists of a way of life, and in which it's culminating a certain interior experience which are not described in terms of sense experience, which we cannot see with our senses. So, mysticism traditional have developed differently set of practice of removing attachment and for realize the correct view of reality. Thereby, it's enabling us to align our life in accord with the way reality truly is.
Based on the research background study of mysticism, there are 4 religions that experience with it. One of them is Islam. In Islam, they call it Sufism. The term Sufi came from Arabic word which is at-tasawwuf. At-tasawwuf means divine wisdom. It has been also suggested that this word is origin from Greek for wisdom or Sophia. Sufi as a practitioners of Sufi is called, seeing themselves on a spiritual journey toward God, while every Muslim believes that they are on a right path to Allah to be closer to Him in Jannah after that. Also, during the day of the judgment time, they believe there is a possibility to get the closeness to Allah while they have experience with it when they still alive. The mystic seeks to accomplish this by means of what he or she described as the tariqah, or the way that will lead them to become one with the Creator. Other than that, during the 8th and 9th centuries, a new emphasis to develop within the religion of Islam. Early Sufi were actually ascetic rather than mystic. The search for deeper meaning began with pietistic asceticism, which turned into 3 times led to the development of the popular mystical side of Islam. The first trace of Sufi could be found here. However, the Sufi themselves were argue against origins. They claim that Sufi originated with the Prophet Muhammad SAW. That Prophet was the first Sufi. This is very important if the Sufi spiritual quest can be seen as legitimate even within Islam itself. It must be rooted in the Quran and Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In defense of Sufi legitimacy, some Muslims argue that was a simply response to the growing materialism in the Islamic world.
So, based on the poster, there's two main example, that is black magic and also shirk. So first of all, I'll explain to you guys about shirk. So shirk can be divided into many categories such as rububiyah, uluhiyah, and many more. So in Islam, shirk means the idolatry, polytheism, and the associations of God with other entities. So in fiqh, shirk become legally equivalent to kufr. So based on the poster, there's also certain cases that can relate it towards shirk in Malaysia, such as in Pulau Besar Melaka. Back in 2017, there's people widespread practices shirk, and they also illegally making a profit with their superstitious behavior. So in Islamic perspective way about shirk, Allah has mentioned in Al-Quran on Surah Al-Anbiya, Allah has warned those who believe the idols other than Him will become fuel for hellfire on the day of judgment. So moving on to the second example of Islamic mysticism, that is black magic. So what exactly is black magic? Black magic means something that appears in other form than its real one. According to Al-Badawi, black magic is that one seek to be close with shaitan to achieve what man cannot achieve. So there is a famous cases in Malaysia that we can relate it towards black magic. So based on the poster itself, it says the cases of Mona Fendi, who has sentenced to death because of murder cases. Based on the article that I have read, the article claimed that she seeks the black magic from West Java, Indonesia, and she was endowed with strong immune system. But at the end of the day, she lost. Allah have revealed all of the bad activity that she have been done towards the society. So to relate it with Islamic perspective, Allah has mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah, the person who practiced black magic and they learn that which harmed them and did not profit them, knowing well that whoever buy it shall have no share in the world to come.
So for the Quranic verse in Surah An-Nisa, verse 36, Allah said, "Wa'budullah wa la tusyriku bihi syai'a," means worship Allah alone and associate none with them. So here we can see first the commandment to worship Allah alone, wa'budullah, and followed by wa la tusyriku bihi syai'a, the prohibition of worshipping anyone other than Him. And one of the example of shirk is consulting with shamans to treat sorcery. So this is a popular action or practice, and this is prohibited because this is a clear act of reliance and dependence on something or someone else other than Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, and this could lead to shirk. So one of the solution for this can be done through ruqyah, the recitation from the verses of Quran and Sunnah, as in the Quran, Surah Al-Isra verse 82, وَنَنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. We send down the Quran as a healing and mercy to the believers. And the second one is the hadith from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that related to mysticism. Ijtanibu as-sab' al-mawbiqati, qalu ya Rasulullah wa ma hunna, qala asyirku billah wa sihir. So to practice sorcery or black magic, knowing or not knowing, is haram, and it is a major sin. And if someone believe and regard this permissible, it results in kufur and shirk. So sorcery is one of the trick that Satan used to lead humankind astray, and this is one of the reason why Islam against magic, against black magic, and Allah warned us about this in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 102. And whoever perform magic or black magic or sorcery has committing these shirks.